CMT, Next Women of Country, top 5 finalists and recipients of the Golden Buzzer on AGT. Chapel Hart was special guest, singer-songwriter, Navy veteran, and spreader of positivity, B. Taylor. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Hey.
I appreciate y'all getting up nice and early after you opened up the tour here in Wichita at the Cotillion, and got lots to talk about, so let's get to it. Sisters Danica Hart, Devin Hart, cousin Tree Swindle. I'm curious. Now, when I saw you on AGT, you talked about how your family's so big they named the town after you. Now, I come from a small family, so put a number on it. How big is your family?
Okay, so let me break it down. This is Devin,
Yep.
and our grandmother had 17 kids, and there are 108 cousins.
Ooh.
And so our hometown is called Poplarville, Mississippi, but inside of Poplarville, there's a community called Derby, and inside of Derby, there's an even smaller community, like where all of our family lives, called Hart Chapel. So that's how the name came about, how the name Chapel Hart came to be about.
And there's someone in that family with all the cousins. There's someone in that family who knows all the names of everybody, right?
So this is Tree, and I think it would be our Aunt Bev. I don't know how she does it, but she remembers everybody's birthday, and it doesn't matter if you just joined the family or you've been in the family forever. You're going to get a call at 6 in the morning with her singing happy birthday.
My family does that too. I love that. Now, Danica, on AGT, did I see a Bible chapter and verse tattoo on the side of your right wrist?
Wow, yes, you did.
What is it? I'm curious.
That verse is Romans 8:28. I always tell people it's the Bible verse that saved my life, but at first I didn't know what the Lord was trying to tell me because I read it and I was like, what? And so the longer I kind of sat with it, and he really just explained to me, he said that, Danica, if you can hang in there, that means that everything you do, the good, the bad, the ugly, is going to work out for your good if you hang in there and you stay faithful to the mission and, you know, and you just be a good human. He was like, I'll look out for you. I'll provide for you. And so he said, but everything's going to work out. It seems like it's a low time right now, but everything's going to work out for you good in the end. So I got that tattoo just to remind me that no matter how low I get or no matter how bad it gets, if you hang in there, it'll all work out for your good in the end.
I love that. B. Taylor, I want to talk to you. First of all, thank you for your service, sir.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. You are doing so much for veterans and active duty and first responders. I mean, you are a gift, and your song feels like a, man, I've got to do something kind of moment. Tell me why this song, We Are One, Love Is All We Need, why these words? Where'd they come from?
Yeah, I just feel like with, what's going on with our country, I felt like it was a time to unite and bring let our military and veterans and first responders who protect and serve and help save and change lives every single day, us taking the lead, to help unite our country and to help with our children. These shootings in these schools, the shootings in these churches, these shootings in just public places, and all the things, the racism, the division and stuff of bringing us all together in love. And, I was just, like I always say, I was discovered by the great Motown legend, led by the Miracles, the members of the Spoken of Miracles, Pete Moore, and all the legends. And so, I decided to take a play out of their playbook, uniting, bringing Motown back together with country music. They have a over 50-year relationship with country. And Chapel Hart, when I met them, our upbringing and our just energy just struck, and we just led the way with love and with God. And I feel like I know in my heart we have a movement and a number one record with this. And I'm just blessed to be able to, try to bring some unity amongst the world and our nation.
Ladies, your debut at the Opry, what was going through your minds when you were getting ready to step on the stage?
This is Tree, and honestly, it was the realization of one of those impossible seeming dreams. Because, we've been, working at this so hard with, everything that's happened in, the last 9 months especially. It just seems surreal just because, that's the room that all of the greats, the people who made country music what it is,
yeah,
that's the room that they play on. It's the pinnacle of performance, at least in this particular genre. And just to be blessed to grace the same things as all of those legends, it's a feeling that we still will never be able to get over.
I love that. I love that. I think we can all agree that Dolly Parton is the kind of human we all want to be when we grow up, yeah? Yes. So when you first found out she added you on Twitter, who freaked out? I mean, did you all just lose your minds?
Same time. Everybody just started screaming.
Now, your new song is Glory Days. Love every minute, live while you're in it is probably, in my mind, the most important, significant favorite line of mine, because some of the most important words talk about being present. How hard is it for you guys to be present as busy as you are?
It's an art that we're learning, and we're learning that because a lot of times we were just like go, and sometimes it's even hard to appreciate some of the huge moments, and it's like, you know, these big things were happening back to back to back, but you know, we just kept getting, like, everybody would give us these little wisdom nuggets, and they were like, y'all got to slow down sometimes. Mm-hmm. You got to, you know, enjoy the ride. Don't just get on the bike and bike to the goal. Slow down, enjoy the ride, take it in. You know, have those days that you just evaluate, and then you can sit and just appreciate the moment. And so that's really where I think the birth of the Glory Days came in. And it's like, you know, even in the show, it's like we want to highlight that there's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days, but don't be afraid to sit in those, because when you really get to the end of the journey and you look back and you start telling the stories, those are the stories that'll help somebody else get through their glory days. And you know, and it's just being transparent and honest and authentic. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there's good days and there's bad days, but they all work together to go to put the story together to tell somebody else and pass it down to somebody else.
Now, the song, sort of a trip down memory lane. I was just back home in the town I grew up in Maine, and I know for me, when I cross that bridge between Maine and New Hampshire, you know, I know I'm home. So, B, I'm going to start with you. It could be a place, it could be a person, it could be a smell. But when you visit your hometown, when do you know you're home?
I'm from Illinois, north of Peoria, Illinois. So when I see like country fields and beans and corn, I know I'm at home.
Right, right. Tree, now I want to ask you the same question. When you're visiting, you know, when you're back home, when do you know you're home?
It's kind of changed over the years when we were going back and forth from New Orleans to Nashville, It was almost like once you hit that, like, South Mississippi, Poplarville, Hattiesburg area. Sometimes it's Jackson, but it seems like the further, like, we've expanded our reach, the closer you, like, get into, you know, be it Mississippi or Louisiana. Like, it's like, okay, now we're back home. But honestly, if you go to the gas station and they sell hot boiled peanuts, that means you're almost
Girl,
home.
man, talking my language right there.
They only sell them so far north and so far west, like we figured out while traveling. So when you start seeing the spicy hot nuts, you're home.
I love that. Danica, Devin, anything else that reminds you of home?
This is Devin.
Okay.
And I think once I hit Poplarville and I see the Ward's is like one of our favorite restaurants in our hometown. Once I have my first big one, I know that I am home, okay?
Danica?
Both of those really just kind of sum it up for us. But I always know when we get there and when we're in our hometown and we, like, go to dinner or go to lunch, people go, I'm not going to bother you, but I just want to say I saw y'all in town. We love y'all. We supporting y'all. And I'm like, that's right. So that's my official welcome to Poplarville.
B, the video for We Are One, Love Is All We Need features J. Michael Harder, Chapel Hart in there too, and the Blue Angels. Who you got on speed dial to get the Blue Angels for a gig? I mean, not many people get to call in the fighter jets, but you apparently do.
Yeah, just I kind of been in this role as a goodwill global ambassador and advocate of entertainment for U.S. military, veterans, first responders, and their families, and service and reporting and working with the Secretary of Defense Office, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs Office, as well as our Secretary of VA, and in entertainment and sports and pushing those initiatives and meeting with them in Washington. And so when I get ready to do anything regarding something that of a high magnitude, that's where I went. I started in the top, and they made it happen and got all the branches together. We shot the video on the Coast Guard in the Gulf on the cutter ship as well, and got the Blue Angels to fly for 2 hours, as well as the shot of the Naval Aviation Museum when it was closed. So been blessed. So pretty much to get the when you can call the Pentagon and meet with them and the leadership, it happens real fast.
I love that. I love that. Hey, and listen, my brother-in-law is a firefighter. My daughter and boyfriend, both paramedics. Got a ton of friends in law enforcement and the military. So I want to thank you for you're doing the good work to make sure we don't forget the people who are out there putting it on the line every day.
Thank you. No problem, for sure.
Yeah, all right. Going to finish with a couple of fun questions. Lady's going to go to you first. We'll start with Devin this time. Describe yourself with a hashtag.
Hashtag pickle lady.
Pickle lady. All right, there's a story there. Now, I like me a good pickle. Tell me more.
I literally could eat a whole jar of pickles within a matter of like 30 minutes. I love pickles.
Girl.
It don't matter. The only kind of pickles I don't like are bread and butter pickles.
Yeah, you and me need to hang out.
Yes, we do. Fried pickles. Listen, I'm all for the pickles.
Danica, what about you? Describe yourself with a hashtag.
This is kind of hard because I think the way that I see myself. Dramatic.
Oh.
I think the way I see myself in the way that they see me. But I think we could probably meet halfway and say hashtag dramatic.
Okay, hashtag dramatic. And Tree, what about you? Hashtag?
You know what? Probably like hashtag Uncle Frank, because at a certain point, like, it's funny, like they'll joke and call me Uncle Frank, because as sweet and as loving as I am, sometimes I can be like, wait a minute. Nobody called you sweet.
I think give her a hashtag handy, because Tree can really do and fix anything. If Tree's there, like, you know, she's our real security. Like, you know, as we always say, as long as Tree's with us, we're A-okay.
All right.
And then, you know, she can fix and mount you'll turn around and Tree will be fixing a car, and you're like, what are you doing? You got to show. Hashtag handy.
All right, hashtag handy. Although they're Uncle Frank, I want to know a little bit more about that. But B, what about you? We'll wrap up with you. Describe yourself with a hashtag.
Man, probably hashtag passionate.
Yeah.
Anybody knows me, you know, I'm passionate about, you know, music, and passionate about our nation's heroes, and just passionate about everything I'm doing. So if anybody that works with me knows I'm a passionate person, so hashtag passionate.
All right, well, listen, Chapel Hart, you guys kicked off the tour here in Wichita at the Cotillion. All four of you stop on February 10th at the Uptown in Kansas City. Another special salute to our first responders and veterans and active military there. A new single is Glory Days. There are big things going to happen for you in 2023. I am sure of it, and I am grateful to have a chance to chat with you. You all take care, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.